Hello everyone, we're out today with Mr. John Taylor, who's out with us today. He's giving you a little
Hello everybody.
What I want to talk about today is, a lot of people ask me, where do you get your ideas for your stories from? Well, a few years ago I wrote a book called Dark Waters, which is all set here in the village, and one of the stories, which is the first one, is called Chapel Point. And this is what I'm going to do now, is I'm going to lead you towards what in the book is Chapel Point. In real life, Chapel Point's on the other side of the village, but being a writer, I play with the geography a little to see the story. But the path you're walking down now is the same path that the hero of the story walks down in the story. So what the story is basically there's a siren killing people, and everyone thinks that these people are committing suicide, but that's not the way it is. So if you follow me, I'll show you some of the pathway, and I'll tell you the influence behind the story. So this is the actual pathway that the guy's walking down, and heading towards Chapel Point, which is just there on the rocks there, where these people are committing suicide. So, oh, just give a second, we've got a passerby. Let's lady pass by. That's right, that lady just passed. So yeah, that's Chapel Point, where the people are committing suicide in the story. And down there's Paulshoek Beach, which also is in the Van Draven story that we will be doing soon, where he spends his summer vacationing with his wife. It's a beautiful bit of pathway, but in autumn it's very barren, and the wind howls, the sea crashes, and the actual idea from the story came from something that actually happened to me, which is what gave me the idea for the story. So I was walking down here one autumn dusk, light was fading, the wind was howling, the sea was crashing upon the rocks there, and I walked all the way to where you can just see the top of this hill here, all the way up to there. And I was stood at a little gateway that looks up onto that hill. There's no dead ground anywhere or anything, and I saw a woman up there with long old-fashioned gloves on, the ones that used to go right up to the arms, like the silk gloves. And she had like one of those old-fashioned bonnets on, and I was thinking, damn, somebody's playing cosplay dress up. But it gave me a really funny sense of I can only describe it as a sort of very subtle feeling of dread. I got like prickles on my neck, and I looked away for a second, and when I looked back, she'd just gone, completely gone, and there was nowhere she could have gone. There was no dead ground. I mean, I don't believe in ghosts and ghoulies, even though I write about them, but this is one of those things that I've never really comprehended. She just vanished. No dead ground, no way she could have gone back over the hill in that amount of time. It was like I glanced away, I glanced back, and she was in the middle of that, literally in the middle of that field, and she completely had gone. I didn't see her fade away or anything, she'd just gone. And I honestly, I walked back fast, I'll go and admit, and all the way back, the skin on the back of my neck was tight, and my scalp felt tight, and I had goosebumps on my arms. It was a very uncomfortable feeling. I've walked this path now through winter, summer, spring and autumn. I've gone back up that hill. I've never seen anything like that again. I've never had that sense of dread again, feeling again from it. It's never stopped me going back. But that is basically where I got the idea for Chapel Point. So Chapel Point will be coming to Dark Library at some point in the future. So now you have a bit of a background. And a shameless plug, if you want to pick up the book, it's pretty cheap on Amazon. It's all set here in the village. And this is the actual book where Broken Messiah first ever appeared. It's a novella, small novella at the back of this book. So it's the first time I ever wrote about any Masterson ever, which was Johnny Masterson at the time, not Jacob. So yeah, so if you want to get the book, get it. I'm out with JT today. Probably just give you a little bit of information on the story. It's great seeing you all again.